What's going on, everybody? It's me. It's the PRIME coming at you guys with a very special review. So Vice and the Darkside of the Ring series kind of like had dropped their episode out early, and I decided to review it because this episode was emotional. It was very emotional. Dark Side of the Ring Season 2 comes out March 24th, but they decided to drop an episode out early and for free, the Chris Benoit story, Part 1. So, just to get into the basics, they're just basically kind of giving you a backstory. Part 1 is like a backstory on Chris Benoit and his beginnings and his relationship with Nancy, as well as his relationships growing up with Eddie Guerrero, like coming up in the business with Eddie Guerrero, some with Jericho, some with Kevin Sullivan, and some with Chavo. So, throughout the story, we have different people narrating. We have Vicky Guerrero, which is obviously the wife of Eddie. We have Chavo, which is the nephew of Eddie. You have Jericho, who's a friend. We have Jim Ross, who's a friend. Dee Malenko, who's a friend. And the sister of Nancy Benoit. So, during this whole part 1, like I said, we basically get just the wrestling part of Chris Benoit. And we get the, he helped Nancy get away from Kevin Sullivan. When I guess he was beating her. Him and his first wife, they didn't really talk about it, but they touched on him because of forget David and his daughter. And of course we got, when I think is the most saddest part is the part about Eddie, because see, when I going into this, I thought it was only going to be about Chris Benoit and like only about him, but then we talk about Chris and Eddie. Like, Chavo told like a very sad story of the day that Eddie Guerrero passed. So that actually teared me up, to be honest with you. And then, Vicky said that he was over there pretty much every day, hugging Eddie's pillow and just crying, and went in the gym and started crying. And the kids were like, "Mom, he's doing it again. He's crying again." And that just stuff was just very, very sad. And then, close to the end, we kind of got more of a backstory. Because, I've heard everybody say the story about what happened that night. But, he called him, and he called Chavo and said something. And then he said, "I love you," at the end. And Chavo was like, "You good?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'm good." And then he sent, what did he send? He said, like, the dogs are in the back gate or something, and the back door is open or something like that. And he sent it to multiple people, and then he sent his address. Obviously, that means something, like something is not right, or something is wrong. So, they, this is kind of like towards the end, and Vince had a meeting, and Vince said, Vince said that Chris Benoit's dead, and he died, and him and his family died, and Vicky, went bananas, and everybody just gasped and everything. It was a sad moment. I kind of like this Dark Side of the Ring series because, for one, ever since that Tuesday or that Wednesday, whenever ECW came on, ever since that day, they have not spoken anything about Chris Benoit, not even try to mention him at all. So, it's kind of good to get like more of a backstory of what happened backstage, or what was the backstage area like. Even talk about this, even showing different clips that might even probably be erased from WWE history or something. I just really like. Some people say, how can you still glorify it? If, just for example, if The Rock was to kill somebody today, is he still not one of the greatest wrestlers in the world? Like, is he automatically like a trash wrestler? Is that what that means? I know what he did was bad, but if he, like, if The Rock killed somebody, is he not like one of the best action movie stars? Is he not one of the best wrestlers ever, or does that all just get taken away? It's all his movies and all that just go away. All his matches, all his main events, all his moments just go away. Like, all right. I don't know how they just can erase somebody, but you know, I just wanted to give this short review. Cause Vice, I really, you know, I might even review every single one of these episodes. To be honest with you, because it's very compelling, very interesting. So, please, if you have not, I will put a link in the description for the first episode. And when March 24th comes out, March 24th, when the episodes comes out and they all come out and just, yes, I will suggest that you go and you watch every single one. I'm looking forward to the Chris Benoit Part 2. I'm looking forward to Owen Hart. I'm looking forward to the New Jack story, the mass transit, just because, you know, New Jack is crazy. And it's a couple others that I'm looking forward to, but the Chris Benoit and Owen Hart are both two that are compelling. Probably the most compelling, the most famous. So yeah, I've been rambling on long enough. So follow me on Twitter and Instagram at KVNGPrimetime. And that's all I got to say. I just wanted to show support for this series because I really do enjoy it. I really do enjoy the documentary style. And it's very well made. It's very good. It's very well shot. Yes, speaking of well shot, Legion of Doom as well made me think of behind the scenes they had Legion of Doom. So Legion of Doom is on there too. So thanks guys for just listening to me ramble. Let's talk about the dark side of the ring. I've been talking for long enough. Prime time is all the time.
Push the button. Come on. Push the button.